A new administration is in the White House, and the prison at Guantanamo Bay will soon be closed. But the investigation into war crimes must not close with it. Guantanamo is neither the end nor the beginning of the story. The Bush administration's blatant disregard for the rule of law goes back before Gitmo, before Abu Ghraib, before the CIA black sites. It goes back to Dasht to Leili.
In November 2001, as many as 2,000 prisoners are believed to have been murdered by U.S. allied Afghan troops and buried in a mass grave in Dasht to Leili, Afghanistan. These Afghan troops were operating jointly with American forces. The New York Times has revealed that the Bush administration blocked at least 3 separate investigations into these alleged war crimes. This revelation comes after nearly 8 years of advocacy and investigation by Physicians for Human Rights. Citing a former FBI agent and other sources, The Times reports that beginning in 2002, senior Bush administration officials obstructed a series of criminal probes by the FBI, Defense Department, and State Department. This story begins in northern Afghanistan, November 2001. When thousands of Taliban and foreign fighters surrendered to U.S. Special Forces and the troops of Afghan warlord General Abdul Rashid Dostum, a notoriously brutal U.S. ally in the Northern Alliance. The prisoners were promised they would not be harmed.
Instead, Dostum packed them in shipping containers where they were carried in a convoy through the desert. According to U.S. government documents obtained by PHR, up to 2,000 people died during that convoy. They were buried at a place called Dasht to Leili, which is a mass grave site near Shebregan, Afghanistan.
PHR discovered the grave while we were investigating the conditions at the Shebregan prison in northern Afghanistan. Our team found conditions at that prison to be absolutely deplorable. There were 3,000 prisoners in an overcrowded place that lacked heat, adequate nutrition. Prisoners were dying of illness and lack of sanitation and hunger. At the time, our investigators also heard stories about a mass grave right near the prison, and they saw some of the outlines of such a site. So under the auspices